Hello and welcome to Quincy in Focus, Quincy Access Television's news magazine show. My name is Raymond Smith from Quincy High School, interning at QATV. Starting off this episode, welcome to this special segment commemorating Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. Let us pay tribute to the heroes of December 7th, 1941 from the deck of the USS Salem. Without further delay, let us honor their memory with this segment.
15 Medal of Honors were awarded to U.S. sailors as a result of the attack of Pearl Harbor. 51 Navy Crosses were earned, 53 Silver Stars, and thousands of other acts of heroism have occurred that day 82 years ago. Many of those acts were not recognized with medals because of documentation was not a priority. 8 U.S. battleships were severely damaged during the surprise attack, 188 U.S. aircrafts were destroyed, and the loss of 243 American lives were lost that day.
On this solemn occasion, we pay homage to the brave souls who 82 years ago faced the crucible of war with unwavering courage and resilience. December 7th, 1941 is etched in our nation's history as a day of valor and sacrifice when ordinary men and women rose to meet an extraordinary challenge. Let us not only remember the events of the past, but also draw inspiration from the resilience and the unity displayed by the greatest generation. Let us reaffirm our commitment to fostering peace, understanding, and cooperation among nations.
I'm sure all of you know this was Quincy's shipyard, General Dynamics, Bethlehem Steel. This was one of the top, I think, 5 targets during the war from the enemies to attack this shipyard. My grandfather, he had a steel business when he came here from Ireland out in Woburn, and the Depression put him out of business. So he moved to Quincy, brought my father and his kids, and he got a job at Bethlehem Steel. And then the war broke out. My father went into the Army, and my grandfather worked here. He helped build this boat, the USS Salem, this ship. I think the keel was laid in '43, and the ship was finished, I think, in Boston. Don't forget Kilroy. Kilroy was here, and he still is.
War was brewing in the Pacific. We thought we were going to be attacked in the Philippines or Wake Island, but we never once imagined that we would be attacked in the very Pacific home islands. Earlier in 1940, I believe, or 41, President Roosevelt moved the Pacific Fleet to Pearl Harbor as a deterrent to the Japanese. Well, of course, the treachery that was inflicted upon us that day was not deterred. Today, of course, Japan is one of our staunchest allies, and the United States servicemen and women exhibit the very qualities that we exhibited that day on Pearl Harbor, whether it be our servicemen and servicewomen who stand with us today, and thank you, or our servicemen and servicewomen who are around the world defending us and guaranteeing the liberties and freedoms that we live under flourish here at home and abroad.
It was a day where the world recognized, beyond what had happened in World War I, when the world recognized the power and the might of the United States of America. But let us hope that the United States continues to be a beacon of peace. And if it requires force to be that beacon, so be it. But our goal should always be peace here at home, peace across the world. We owe that to the men and women who sacrificed their lives throughout the course of World War II and in every war since, and particularly those men and women who lost their lives on Pearl Harbor Day. So let us come together, remember them, and honor them by pursuing peace, but doing what's necessary here and abroad to ensure that peace. Thank you.
Be gracious unto us, O God, and bless us as we depart from this place. Stretch forth your protection and guide our country, that we, being devoted to your service, may ever be defended by your power. Amen. Cover.
In the words of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, spoken in the aftermath of that infamous day, with confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph. So help us God. Thank you for being here today. May we all work together to continue to honor and remember our service members, our heroes, today, tomorrow, and always.
Not too long ago, to celebrate the holiday season, many schools in Quincy held winter concerts. At Lincoln Hancock Elementary School and Atlantic Middle School, the students went above and beyond. polar plunge is a crazy event that happens in the winter. Personally, I'd never do it, but here's the people crazy enough to do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Hi everyone, we're coming from the Quincy Yacht Club. It is currently 18 degrees and we just had over 90 community, families, students, community members of Quincy plunge into the cold waters, all to support Atherton Howe. It's our biggest fundraiser that we run and we appreciate the support. I wanted to highlight Jill Hockney. She's our PTO president. She's plunged every year that we've done it. And Nancy Cross, way back, initiated the polar plunge and bringing it to Howe's Neck for the Atherton Howe School.
That's right. Thank you everybody for coming. We've had a great turnout. It's built year upon year, and like Mrs. Moreira said, we had over 90 people plunge today, which is incredible.
Mayor Tom P. Koch has served the longest terms of any mayor in Quincy. This year marks his 7th term in office. The following clip is a small part of his inauguration speech.
I stand before you immeasurably grateful, honored, and humbled for the opportunity to continue to serve as mayor of the greatest city in our Commonwealth. All due respect to Salem. It will never be lost on me that this great privilege is one made possible only by the people of our community. And it will never be lost on me the magnitude of the trust you have placed in me over the years. I hold that trust very close, and I am forever grateful. My friends, we're on the eve of a very important year. In 2025, less than a year from today, we'll be celebrating the 400th anniversary of this community's settlement. And we will do so on a bedrock, a foundation of stability, the likes of which we have never seen. This happens only through the work and collaboration of virtually everyone I mentioned earlier, our city council, our state delegation, our school committee, all coupled with the day-to-day efforts of our firefighters, our police officers, teachers, laborers, clerks, office staff, department heads, business leaders, labor leaders, nonprofits, civic organization, and an engaged citizenry, all pushing in the same direction, all pushing, despite our differences, to create a Quincy that will make future generations proud. In so many ways, Quincy is soaring. Our schools, our first responders, our infrastructure departments are better equipped and better funded than any time in a generation. By the ways we measure quality of life, education, public safety, property values, access to parks and amenities, our cultural diversity, our availability of social services, and the ability to be lifted from poverty, we're right at the top among the Commonwealth's largest cities. And today, we outperform dozens of smaller cities and towns that not too long ago, families might have considered as an upgrade from our beloved city. Our work is far from done. Historic private investment has led to the creation of thousands of new jobs citywide and millions of dollars in new revenue to provide services for our residents. This year, we will break ground on multiple major projects in the downtown, bringing specialty retail development by DJ McKinnon and Atlantic Development, more needed housing, and a major medical office developed by Fox Rock and operated by Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, to an area that after more than 40 years of decline is once again driving our economy. We're building new schools, the De Cristofaro Learning Center opening this year. There'll be a model for educating children with autism at the local level. The planning, design, and funding of a new Squantum Elementary School, and the planning for a new elementary school in West Quincy. The first steel on our new public safety headquarters will be raised any day now. The expansion of Pine Hill Cemetery, the restoration of Mount Wollaston Cemetery, all on schedule. Dozens of miles of new roadways supported by thousands of feet of rebuilt underground water, gas, and sewer lines scheduled for this spring and summer. In a concept proposed and shepherded by Councilor Kane, we'll continue to make progress for a state-of-the-art fiber network for our entire city. The renewal of parks and open spaces will continue with ongoing work at Faxon Park, Squaw Rock, Veterans Stadium, and areas across the city. We'll continue our work protecting and enhancing our rich history as plans for the Adams Presidential Center move forward. And we will unveil new tributes to our naval heritage and our young veterans who served in our nation's most recent conflicts. We do this on a platform of great financial stability. Our bond rating is among the best in the state. Our pension obligation to our retirees is fully funded. Our property tax is right in the middle of statewide norms. I say it all the time, our taxes are not the lowest, and I hear that all the time, but they're also not the highest. And the services we provide are the very best anywhere in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We've done it by staying 40 million under the cap allowed under 2.5. Only a handful of communities of 351 cities and towns can say that. Spent a little time on where we are in the nuts and bolts of the work ahead. But this morning, I want to specifically focus on Quincy 400 and its importance for our community. Going to be a time of celebration with parades, galas, fireworks, and events. You know we don't do things small around here. But it's so much more than that. We need to honor those that came before us and understand their struggles and hardships, but also recognize they had hopes and dreams. The same hopes and dreams that contributed to the creation of this great republic we call the United States of America. Today, you and I walk on the same ground they did. We hope, we dream, and we have our struggles. But we do so building on that strong foundation so that future generations may hope and dream as well, and perhaps have fewer struggles.
This Lunar New Year came in with a bang, with exciting demonstrations of dance, music, and many more from all ages.
To open our ceremony, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to wish the community of Quincy a year filled with joy, prosperity, and abundance as we embrace the Year of Dragon. May this Lunar New Year Festival bring courage, success, and endless opportunity. 恭喜發財. Now please welcome Quincy Mayor Thomas Cook, a longtime supporter of the festival. Mayor.
Thank you, Philip. And on behalf of my colleagues in government, we wish you all a happy, healthy, prosperous New Year. This is a wonderful event, and it speaks to the great leadership and work that Quarry does in our city each and every day, helping some of our newcomers overcome some of those obstacles. So we're grateful to Philip, the board, the volunteers, all our sponsors today for putting this together. God bless. Happy New Year, everybody.
Because you know I'm all about it, now trouble. I'm all about it, now trouble. I'm all about it, now trouble. I'm all about
The Women's Athletic Hall of Fame recently held its ceremony on March 21st. Let's hear from the inductees.
I am honored to present to you, posthumously, Karen Marie Frizzetti, 1971 graduate of Quincy High School. And accepting on Karen's behalf is her cousin and 1970 softball teammate, Gail Corella Callahan.
I'm just going to say a few things about Karen. I realized when I was thinking about this the other day that this was 54 years ago that we had that undefeated season. But when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about Karen. So we would leave school, and Quincy High School, we'd walk across to the Y, and we'd get a snack and a drink, and then we would head off to practice, which was right in the corner. And Mary had an idea that when you practiced like it was a game. There was no fooling around. She was the Bill Belichick of her time. So if you were fooling around, then you weren't playing. And she felt that you needed to practice as hard as you play.
I would like to extend congratulations and introduce you to 2024 inductee Nancy Slidinsky.
Good evening. Thank you to the Quincy Women's Athletic Hall of Fame for honoring athletes at ceremonies like tonight. I pay tribute to my AAA coach, John McGinnis, who drafted 3 of the first 4 girls to play baseball in Quincy, and both Ron Martin and Dana Jones for establishing Quincy High girls soccer. Above all, I thank my parents, who were my greatest supporters. I am grateful to have been a part of advancing women's athletics. Thank you again for tonight. Being inducted with all of you is truly an honor.
I would like to extend congratulations and introduce you to 2024 inductee Randy Gora.
I am honored to be a part of Quincy High School's legacy. I found a quote today to represent myself, and I speak for most of my team because we're very small. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. So with that, I want to congratulate all of the past, present, and our future women's athletes inducted into the Hall of Fame. Thank you.
I introduce to you 1990 graduate of Quincy High School, Laurie Novak-Bester.
Congratulations to all the inductees this year. I just want to thank all my teammates. There's no I in team. We were lucky that we were part of the volleyball dynasty in the 80s. Thank you to Coach Henderson. He's not here tonight, but he was a big part of my volleyball career. Thank you to all my family and friends that came tonight. Thank you.
I'm honored to introduce to you this evening 2024 inductee to the Quincy High School Women's Athletic Hall of Fame and 1991 graduate and teammate of mine, Jennifer Richmond Terry.
I'm a woman of very few words, but I just wanted to thank Christine and the committee for honoring me and my teammates tonight. A lot of good memories. I've seen so many people that I haven't seen in a long time, and definitely a little bit of some bitter memories about those case matches. That brings up a lot of anger, but we had such a good team, and I've made lifelong friends, and just wanted to thank everyone. Thank you so much.
I am so proud and honored to introduce to you 1991 graduate of Quincy High School and newest member of the Quincy High School Women's Athletic Hall of Fame, Melanie Sullivan.
Thank you to the committee for recognizing me with this honor, and congratulations to the other inductees. And last but not least, I wish Hendy was here. I want to thank Hendy. He pushed me and he encouraged me, and he made me a better volleyball player, and he helped me get recruited and play in college. Thank you all very much.
I would like to introduce to you Quincy High School Women's Athletic Hall of Fame inductee and 1996 graduate of Quincy High School, Liz Swan Manning.
I'd like to thank my family for coming here and all my best friends, and I'm a little shy about this, I'm sorry. Ben Swan, thank you for being my biggest fan, my nephew, and I'd like to have my 3 daughters, take part in this sport and be a strong female athlete someday, and thank you.
That's all for this edition of Quincy in Focus. If you would like more information about Quincy Access Television or are interested in becoming a member, visit our website qatv.org or call 617-376-1440. My name is Raymond Smith, and thanks for watching this edition of Quincy in Focus.